Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new Disney Heroes Battle Mode video. And in today's video, I'm doing something which is very requested. I'm going to be going through all of the costumes and just having a look at them, giving my opinion, and also unlocking Stitch's costume. So I finally have enough shards, guys. So it's going to be just taking an overall look and just sort of rating the costumes in order of my favorite, guys. But before I do that, let's get into today's fan art favorite, guys. One of my favorite parts of the videos where I get to include you guys in the videos. If you want to be featured, guys, click that second link in the description and get involved. So let's have a look. Upload fan art. And all you need to do, guys, is put your name in there and choose the fan art. So, ooh, that's quite a clean thumbnail. Yeah, that is a pretty decent thumbnail. I need to do a costume. I've actually got it saved in my ideas. The Area 51 raid, that is good. Look at that, he's even blurred it out for you guys. I might do my own one later. I see Shrek. Okay, that's good. That is beautiful, and that is my winner of today's fan art favorites, guys. Shrek in game. That's basically life goals. That's the only thing I wish for every single day in my life, that Shrek will come into the game, but so far hasn't come true. So whoever made this, brilliant guy. This is good, I like this. And let's get into today's video. Okay, so I just did a take on trying to do Joanna's "Can you tell us the worst team possible?" and it just didn't work very well. So I will include it at the end of the video as a bit of an outtake, but I'm gonna jump in and do an actual team suggestion review. And today's one is William Turchert Lewis. Can you review my team, please? Wally, Olaf, Hercules, Ducky and Bunny, Gaston. By the way, love your videos. Thank you very much. Means a lot. So, if we take a look at this team, it seems like a lot of people have started to include Wally in their teams recently. Which Wally is not a bad character, but it seems like he's just come out of nowhere. Like he's come out of hiding all of a sudden, because the majority of my team views, I never even saw Wally in them until recently. So it's quite a surprise, but I have spoken highly about Wally, and I think he's quite a good character. So Wally is good because he obviously regains energy. He can heal himself. He can throw the junk doing loads of damage. He can freeze people with his special move. Then if you've got Olaf on as well, that's double freezing. So you're getting a nice amount of time of people being frozen, people being stopped. But then I could say that could potentially give you a reason not to use Wally, because you've got Olaf, who's a better freeze type anyway. So it kind of neglects needing Wally. But Olaf is a phenomenal tank, guys. I cannot recommend Olaf enough. He does so much damage, and all his specials are good. Ice Cloud, freezing, reviving. So I'm going to lock in Olaf. I'm not going to lock in Wally at the moment. I'm going to lock in Olaf. And then we'll go to Hercules. Hercules is going to be locked in, self-healing, loads of damage, stunning, double hit on his sword throw. Ducky and Bunny is the laser move, guys. The laser move. That is all I need to tell you guys. They shoot the laser, it basically kills everybody. And their special is pretty decent as well. And then we also have, who am I looking at? Gaston. I've said it right this time, guys, so you can't be mad at me. So they've also got Gaston there. So he's pretty decent, Gaston, obviously, because I cover him a lot, and I suggest that most people should have him in their team, like as a main, vitally. Everybody should have Gaston in their team. Incredible healing, incredible defense, invincibility, huge AoE damage. So the only person I'd change out of this team is I'd say get rid of Wally for somebody who can do a bit more damage. So put Zerg on, because Olaf's going to freeze, Hercules is going to stun, Gaston's going to take the damage, and then you can have Zerg just doing his blast move, just shooting through and killing everybody. So that is William's team. Shout out to William, and also shout out to Joanna Pova about the worst team idea. I tried to do a segment on it, but it didn't really work. It just was not entertaining. But shout out to her for the idea. Anyway, it will be at the end as a blooper. Now let's get into today's video. So I wanted to take a look at the world of costumes in this game. And some which are terrible, some which are good, but the majority of them are a bit lame. So we'll just start at the top and we'll just push through and we'll see who's got costumes. And you can see who's got costumes by the button in the bottom. So what can I predict? So I'm going to do quick predictions as well. Zerg, there isn't really a realistic prediction for Zerg because he's never had a costume. He's just been Zerg, but I predicted him as Iron Man in one on a video. You guys can check that out. Moana, once again, I'm not really sure for Moana because I don't remember the TV show too much. But if we were to search most of them, there isn't really an option for costumes because she doesn't really get changed in the film. She kind of wears the same thing all the way through. The only thing that you could potentially put on for Moana is like that flower hat that she has, but then there's not really much of a costume. So I'd have to say, yeah, I couldn't think of a spare one for Moana. So then if we were to go through and Gaston, once again, there isn't really one for Gaston. Bo Peep would be her original costume, which someone did a fan art of actually, and they put her in the original costume. That one there, that was made by Night Fox, I think. So that would be the original costume for Bo Peep. And then if we were to continue going through, Sully and Boo, I said it should be Chewbacca and BB-8. I did that in a video a very, very long time ago. It was an awful drawing. Scar, once again, there wouldn't be a costume for Scar. It wouldn't make sense. Meg, once again, there wouldn't be a costume for Meg. Yax, wouldn't be one for Yax. Mad Hatter, I did one for Mad Hatter before, and I said that they should do the original show. From the original where he's all in purple, he's covered in question marks. That would be cool, like a Johnny Depp take on the skin, guys. And then if we take a look at Woody, there isn't really a costume for Woody that could be introduced. Once again, a quick Google will basically prove, because he's a toy, he only ever has one costume. So there isn't another option here. He never has a different costume, guys. He's just Woody through the whole thing. He's a toy, he doesn't get changed. So there wouldn't ever be an option for Woody. Darkwing Duck would be Naga Duck, which is when he's in red and black. Miguel wouldn't be one for Miguel. Shank wouldn't be one for Shank. Alice wouldn't be one for Alice because that's basically what she wears in the whole film. Wouldn't be one for Olaf. Quora, I did a suggestion on like a Black Widow costume. Calhoun, I'd like to see Calhoun in like one of the Marvel in a white costume, kind of like they did with the Miss Incredible, where they put her in her alternative. I'd like to see her in an all white costume. It would look sick. Now Nick Wilde has got the policeman costume, and I absolutely love that costume. It works so well with the glasses. It's such a cool costume, guys. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get enough shards for that at the time. So that's pretty tragic. But that's up there in my top 3, that one, guys. Maui wouldn't have one. Mr. Incredible would have his blue suit if they were to put a costume on him. His blue suit would look pretty cool, I'd reckon. Lifson wouldn't have one. Stitch. So this is what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to unlock Stitch's costume for you guys. Just so I've got 165. Now, what I don't understand is why they offer more. Because this kind of annoys me. There isn't any point of these costumes. They don't do anything at all. And that's what annoys me. So I'll unlock it. Boom. So we've unlocked Stitch's costume, guys, right? Which is great, but it doesn't do anything. That's my main issue. There's no passive stat boosts. There's no bits being upgraded. There's no, there's basically nothing. That's what annoys me. Like on Marvel Future Fight, when you get a costume, you get more damage. You get a boost. You get an attack boost, and it makes it worthwhile to unlock. These there's just no point. And then there's a chance to get loads more of these shards for basically more than no reason I can think of. You can't convert the shards to other character shards. Like, it would be good if you could convert 2 shards into 1 for another character or something. So this is just what I don't understand the point of. Yes, I understand it's cosmetic, but I don't understand why they give it to you in the event awards. It should be something good. Events are difficult to win, and you just get character shards. It just seems pointless, in my opinion, guys. But I'm going to obviously put that on, and it does look pretty cool. But it to me, it's just a little bit pointless. So Merida's one as well. I'm going to come in and unlock, guys. Smashed it. So there's Princess Merida's costume as well. So once again, it's cool, and this one actually does look quite cool, but it's pretty pointless. Because look at the difference. There's literally no difference. And you can see where it's really badly cropped out there as well. They've just got the paintbrush and just changed the colour. And put a little bit on the bottom. It's lazy, but once again, I've got a costume, so I'll allow it. Rector's one, I do not understand. For the life of me, I don't get this costume. There might have been a bit in the film, which I don't remember, but this has to be my bottom favourite, guys. Of course, I've got it on just to look different, but it's not a good costume. So most of Mickey Mouse could have loads. Dash wouldn't have one. Aladdin's obviously got his one, which I quite like. Prince Ali, Aziz, he, Ali the Baba. So, yeah, I like his one. Vanellope wouldn't have one. Hades wouldn't have one. Bogo wouldn't. Sally wouldn't. So you can see it's quite obvious. Most characters wouldn't have a costume, so it wouldn't make sense. I'd love to see them put Baymax in his normal costume. That would be really cool, but they probably never would. They redid Felix a while ago. Mike wouldn't have one. She could have her like pedestrian clothes, but that wouldn't be a good one. You'd have the black Buzz Lightyear, like they have on Disney's Sorcerer's Arena. There, Judy wouldn't have one. Ursula wouldn't. Jack wouldn't. So, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's a bit hit and miss. I guess they never missed her. See, Genie's one as well is really lame. And it's just like, why? It doesn't look that cool. So he'd definitely be in my bottom. But my favourite, there are none of the other characters have them, guys. But my favourite costume of all is, it's definitely Nick's, guys. I love Nick's costume. It looks so cool. I wasn't able to unlock it. So I'm a little bit sad about that, guys. But hopefully we'll get there. We'll get there, guys. Hopefully they bring Nick's back. I don't know how limited these things actually are, but we'll find out. So I just wanted to go over the costumes with you guys, and I do like the costumes. Nick's my favourite. Rector's my worst. But I wish they just did a passive boost. They just made it worthwhile to unlock. That's kind of what annoys me. But tonight, guys, I'm going to be opening some more diamond crates to continue my diamond crate opening spree. So make sure you guys check that out. And I'll see you all in tonight's video. Comment down below what your favourite character is, what your favourite costume is, what costumes you'd like to see on characters, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. And with my team suggestion review today, guys, it's a bit of a different one. So Joanna Pova, I've reviewed her team before, but she suggested that I come up with the worst team possible. Now, I thought this would be quite fun, just a little change. I'll go back to normal reviewing one lucky person's team tonight, but I thought this would be quite a good idea to sum up the worst team possible, and then I'm going to try and use them. So this isn't necessarily picking the worst characters, it's about the synergy of the team. A team that doesn't work well together at all. So basically a nice mashup of terrible characters. And to be honest with you, there aren't too many characters now with, you know, the reworks and everything, that are actually that bad. So guys, I kind of want to leave this to you a little bit. Comment down below as well as your team, guys. Who do you think the worst team in this game is? I'd honestly say it's difficult, to be honest with you. I'd definitely say Kevin Flynn, because he's a little bit useless. But however, he's quite good at removing the negative effects now. But if you had a team, this would just be a stupid team. Like Kevin Flynn, Genie, Joy, Mickey Mouse, and Yax. That would be like one of the worst formed teams ever, because they'd all wouldn't be doing enough damage. You just have Kevin Flynn, who basically doesn't do a lot. Then you just have loads of people healing each other. So, I mean, it's difficult to come up with the worst team possible. You'd have to take a look at it as who... This is actually more difficult than I thought. This is actually more difficult than I thought, because it's difficult to structure a bad team. So, like I said, obviously if you had a team full of medics, that would be a stupid idea. But this... Oh, actually, no. I take this back. Kevin Flynn. Maui. If you had those two on, that would just be outrageously bad. So Kevin Flynn, Maui. And then you had... Elastigirl, because she's literally just naff now. Violet and Mike. If you had that team, Kevin Flynn, Violet, Elastigirl and Mike, and Maui, that would be the most like rubbish team possible. Because Maui doesn't do anything and dies. Kevin Flynn would most likely die before he got to do anything as well. Elastigirl might get one good hit off and damage a few enemies, but that'll be about it. And then Mike he just doesn't synergize well with any of those characters. So that would be my recommendation for the worst team possible, Joanna. But I want you guys to comment down below your worst teams, as well as your teams, and then I can feature that in the next video, guys. I'm just curious to see what teams you guys suggest would be terrible. So honestly, Maui, Kevin, Violet, I can't even remember who I said now. I literally said it once, Elastigirl. Just terrible team, guys. Now let's get into today's video. So I wanted to review Now, let's get into today's video. I wanted to have a look through all of the costumes, all of the characters, and sort of rate the structure of the characters.